All right. Hey, Josh, how are you?
I'm good, Selkie.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back. This is the first.
It's been a minute.
It's been like 8 weeks, I think, like 2 months. 2 months without A Song of Dan and Josh.
Well, I looked at it, and the last time we had done it was the show right before the premiere of
Game of Thrones Season 8?
Yes.
The final one?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while. This show, if you don't know, because we haven't done it in a while, is a show where myself and Josh Hill of Fansided.com, Fansided's own Josh Hill,
That's right.
walk through each and every chapter of A Song of Ice and Fire, George R. R. Martin's magnum fantasy opus, unfinished as of yet, talking about each chapter, what makes them tick, what makes them special, what makes them good, what makes them bad. Let's break them down bit by bit and see if we can get to the juicy marrow of why these books are interesting and important.
Oh, yeah.
And okay, we are currently on A Clash of Kings, the second book in the series, John 2. And by the way, Josh, let me start with this question. I was talking to Cheryl about this. Now that you know how it all ends, are you still interested in reading the book series?
Yeah, because my theory is that it's not George R. R. Martin's going to change things.
See, but you're wrong about that.
Is he? Am I, though?
Definitely.
He's come out and said that?
Basically, yeah, we were talking about it earlier.
And you believe him?
The actor, 100%.
Because he's so reliable with meeting deadlines.
The reason he takes long with deadlines is because he's very particular about the way the story goes. I mean, he has said a bunch of times that, like, no, I'm not going to change things. Like, his logic being that, I can't change the story that I believe in and think is good because people...
I don't think he's going to change it. I don't think he's going to change, like, oh, it turns out Daenerys doesn't burn down King's Landing. Okay. I think he's going to change it in that he's going to give us more context and he's going to make it make more sense. And that's why I'm interested in reading, and that's why I'm saying, like, I think it's going to be different because it's not going to. He's going to change things from the show, and that he's going to improve upon. He hears our criticism, and he's watched how somebody else has written this show and taken the story and done what fans think is the wrong thing, and not necessarily change it, but he's going to dial it back a little bit and say, okay, this is how we're going to make it make more sense.
Okay, I hear you.
Which I like, and I'm looking forward to.
And that I can hear. I mean...
Because we're literally going to go inside of Daenerys' head as she's burning down King's Landing.
Wouldn't it be interesting?
That's awesome, yeah. I mean, you have to do that chapter. But then he's going to do that, and then we're going to get perspective, and we're going to say, oh...
There'll definitely be a lot more build-up. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure you have to change anything, because if we keep going on this journey, as we'll see, he takes his freaking time, George R. R. Martin, with all the characters. Like, I think he's going to lay... I mean, like, my big problem with the final season was that, okay, I bought this as a conclusion. You could get me to believing Daenerys would burn you could get me to Bran being king, but I just didn't think they built it up enough.
No, and that's where he's going to come in and build it up, and he's going to make it make a lot more sense.
And I don't think honestly, I don't think he'll need to change much because he already does a lot of building.
The best thing for George R. R. Martin and The Winds of Winter was how the show ended. Because people were already interested in seeing it because it's the anticipation of, we've been waiting for this book to come forever. Now fans are kind of like what we're saying, it can't end like this. Like, I need more. You're going to fix this, right? So, it could even be bigger than it was going to be before because there's that need from fans to properly wrap up this story that we've been involved in for reading the book since the mid-90s.
Like 20 years. Not that it needs fixing. If you loved it, good for you. I
don't think it needs fixing. I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. But anyway, okay. John 2. I think this was just like the shortest chapter we have ever read.
Breezy.
In this. It was like 8 pages.
Yeah. And not a lot happened. And there weren't a lot of people.
This was especially high on the almost nothing happened scale. So what did happen, Josh?
You could literally summarize this chapter as they're walking beyond the wall, searching for people that aren't there.
They don't find.
And there's snow and it's cold, and then the chapter ends.
I mean, yeah, we're being sarcastic, but I mean...
The point is, like, the White Walkers, right? Like,
the way we're reading these is kind of like, you're not supposed to just read one and then put it off for a week. But we are. So literally what happens is Jon and the Night's Watch are going beyond the wall. They're looking for Benjen. They're looking for anything to kind of clue in why things are going all weird. And they go through a village called Whitetree. It's abandoned. There are wildlings who live there. They don't live there anymore. And that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Did anything stand out for you in this chapter?
Not really. It was...
I'll admit, it was a quick one. I mean, it's set in a mood. Yep. I do like the descriptions of, abandoned towns are creepy. That's why they call them ghost towns. Ghosts are spooky. You find a ghost town, people live here. Where are they? Where did they go?
Yeah.
I'm sticking with that. It's a good one. I liked some of the bits. I liked Dolores Ed is he was in the show. He's like a kind of the under the radar, not too flashy supporting character who's supposed to be very sarcastic and sardonic. I don't think they ever really did a great job with him in the show, but I liked his line here where they find like this disgusting hovel with like a dirt floor and, like just a dingy roof. And he says, I was born in a house much like this. Those were my enchanted years. Later I fell on hard times. Being like, this was great. And then I got the suck. It's funny. He's very funny. I liked the description of the perpetually angry Night's Watchman, Chet, who will end up betraying John later. The light filtering through the red leaves of the weirwood made the boils on his face look even more inflamed than usual. What a nice mix of a beautiful image, kind of light filtering through weirwood trees to reflect facial scarring. Fun. Good times. But mostly, I like that John remembers mussing Arya's hair. Got to keep that alive. That was cute. Again, I think we're probably out of the days when he's thinking they're going to get together, but it's good to keep kind of the connections alive.
Boy can dream.
Okay.
How much older is he in this book than he was in the last one? Because I keep forgetting that they're... I mean, now
15,
the
16
ages are so much
maybe?
different.
It's fair. I also like how the Night's Watch, like John kind of talks about how they're going beyond the wall, and everybody's getting fouler and more short-tempered and quieter, and just, it's uncomfortable, and it's cold, and it's sucky. The one person who's not is Sam, who is weirdly not enjoying himself, but kind of coming around to the idea of, like, at the start, he said, like, whenever he closed his eyes, he pictured wildlings cutting his throat. And now he doesn't. It's going away. Good for him. And John's line was, 200 brave men had left the wall, and the only one who was not growing more fearful was Sam, the self-confessed coward, which is cute.
So, I know I'm usually ripe for a Star Wars reference about now, but this reminded me of Forrest Gump. George R. R. Martin's a child of Vietnam, is he not? Like he was.
Yeah. So I think it was a conscious objector.
So this had a lot of the Vietnam feel to it, where it's like we're just kind of wandering around, we're not doing anything, like, and there's this overarching threat that we don't know where it is, or if it's real, or if it's even around. And in Forrest Gump, Sam is the Forrest Gump character who just kind of haphazardly comes in, and he's the only one who's not really complaining about anything. He's just there, and he slowly comes around to the idea of everybody's just out there. But this thing, because we've talked about before how George R. R. Martin's played on history, and he's incorporated things in it, and that's the main thing that stuck out to me in this chapter. Is like, oh, this is very Vietnam-y.
All right, cool. I can take that. And I mean, really, I would ask for more thoughts. Do you have any more thoughts? It was a very short one.
It was.
They go to a town, nobody in it. They find some skulls in a weirwood tree. That's creepy. And we'll continue their journey soon enough. Next, I think, is Arya 4. Get back to the swing of that. We're back, baby. Song of and Josh is back.
We're back.
We'll be here every week, every Wednesday, talking about it. Hope you join us. Join us next Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time here at the Winter's Green Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.